behavior. They give me the biggest anxiety possible when they play basketball. It drives me insane.
Done, bro. Wait, where you going? To watch the Full 94 podcast. Can't watch that without me. Wait up, bro. You know Full 94 is my favorite show.
Winning.
A winner, the champ, the best, we are all of them. Cause we went right and not left to not follow them. Sobriety tests, I am walking up in line. Added the sex and the drugs, but couldn't subtract my mind. They all wanted me dead. I was chilling in the cut, then I transformed like I'm best friends with Shia LaBeouf. See, I've been a winner, check it, and I ain't even firing. Church time's God, I'm a product of my environment. We are winners, losers come with me. Got God with us, never letting flesh envy. We don't worry about the money, the sex, the cars, the clothes. Now watch reality unfold like we winning in here, yeah, we winning in here.
Say we winning in here.
Yo, the
What's
producer's
going on?
disrespectful with those.
Disrespectful. He loves this stuff though, right? Like
Especially when it's getting on LeBron.
anytime
He
it's
get
Brian. He's like, let's
Man.
get to it. I can talk about him. We here though. We know what it is. 494 here on MTMV Sports. What's going on, family? How y'all feeling?
I'm good.
NBA Cup. I hate the NBA Cup, man.
Go
I mean-
ahead and talk about it. Why are you such a hater, bro? Go ahead.
It's
You wanna
stupid.
open it with that?
Really?
It's stupid. It don't. It's a money grab. It's stupid. It has no bearing on the season. It don't
Okay.
make a difference. We can see that because the Cavs are out. It's just dumb. It
So-
was
so
like,
is it-
like
would
the
you say the
first
same
year
thing
was like,
about
oh,
maybe
the
this
NBA Cup, LeBron won. Oh, he has something else over Jordan. No, he doesn't.
Is that what this is about? More so than the cup?
No, I just think that's an example. I just think overall this is stupid. The
So,
NBA,
but-
I mean, I'll talk about it because it's what the boss want to talk about, whatever. But I'm gonna be disgruntled when I do it, and I'll probably say stuff I shouldn't say. But whatever.
So if everything else is pointing to it's doing well, then you just hate the format.
Is it really doing well?
I want to look at the numbers for
Well,
sure.
people are complaining about the NBA being unwatchable right now, so maybe that has something to do with it. But I just don't. Yeah, it's
The only thing I hate about that I do not like about the NBA Cup is them stupid courts. That distracts my mind and my
What's the
eyes. You know, just trying to stay tuned in. That's the only thing I can say because my focus is already off to
that
begin
ain't the
with.
reason. I hate it. I hate it.
Why?
I just think the NBA Cup is pointless, bro. It's pointless. It doesn't make any sense. It's pointless. It's stupid.
I mean, think about it though. Let's be honest about it. When you're talking about the full length of the season, besides a person who named Julius Hudson, like what are we really talking about?
What's up, Mom?
Like what are we talking about? A person's not watching every single game that's playing
Because
on.
here's the thing: we can watch regular season games and still enjoy it. Like put this time into fixing like the postseason, the stuff in the postseason and the All-Star game. I don't need this. We don't need this.
But the
I
All-Star
mean-
game changed a few years ago. They tried that, and it's
They're trying to
changing.
change it again, and it looks
Right.
and it's stupid.
Because
I
this is what I'm saying. Oh, go ahead. Sam.
I just think it's different. I just think because the ladies have the Commissioner Cup and it's so much more electric. I just don't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's what he's saying is missing from the NBA Cup.
The Commissioner's Cup
Electricity.
actually feels
Tell
like
me
it
what is
matters.
missing besides I don't like it.
The Commissioner.
That's what I'm
the
saying. Like I
Commissioner's
don't.
Cup- The Commissioner's Cup actually feels like it matters, and if you look at it historically, it does matter when you look at the teams who win it and the teams who go to the playoffs and go far in the playoffs. This doesn't matter. There's no bearing on this, and I get it's still in the early stages, but it's not soccer. Like this doesn't the way that it is. It
The
doesn't. add
Cavs
up
though
to-
is wild, and they have the biggest. They have the number one record in the league.
To me, to be honest, it's about as dumb as the play-in tournament because I don't think the play-in tournament is good either.
So you just
I
hate
like the tournament. I like the tournament.
No, because here's the thing: if you would have just reverted to the top 16 teams, like people have been requesting for the past 10, 15 years, you wouldn't have to do the play-in tournament.
I hear you, man. I mean, we haven't seen that happen.
Why I got to be a hater? You got on a hat that says "Never Lose Again." Like, what? How am I a hater?
Yeah.
And maybe I'm
this
just.
is talking about our victory in Christ, but keep going.
And then maybe
That has nothing. No, wait.
Go
Don't
ahead.
try
No,
to
keep
put
going.
price in that.
Keep going.
It
Keep
has
going.
nothing to do with you. But your hat says never lose
this is the
again. That's
brand.
you
This is the
hating.
brand.
You hating on negativity. Never lose again. Maybe people want to lose again.
That's what?
Hey man, hey brother,
Where are you taking this?
Just start your show, sir.
What are you talking
So
about?
they have
I like I
the
hate it
two
for the
teams
moment.
that we have here. They faced each other in the finals last year, and they're both out. The Pacers and the Lakers. The Pacers go 0 for 3. They didn't even win a game.
Yep. So it
in
should be
NBA
out.
Cup. Should be out, right?
Sure.
Hold on.
And then
Hey, we should probably actually do introductions first. We just kind of jumped in like group chat.
We did, and we went right into the producer followed us. Look, we went right to our topic. We here.
you
Now
know,
he anything because he get a chance to see LeBron's head down, so he gonna put that up anyway. Like, let's be honest.
See.
that's disrespectful.
Oh, Lord, he's
That is
literally-
insane.
Well, see, introduce yourself for people who don't know you, and then we can get right back into it.
Hi guys, I'm C. Everyone knows me as Sports Talk with C, and you don't need an introduction to me. Y'all know who I am.
Yeah, of course. Will, talk to us.
What up, Jeremy? Yeah. See, look, I'm out here cooking already.
Introduction.
It's
You got an
Wildress.
agreement?
It's Wildress, man. I do everything. I hug aunties. I be collecting money for 494. I smell good.
We don't see none of that money, by the way.
I'm the former. Well, I ain't the former. I'm still Mr. Asia Wilson because Bam got to see me because I'm 3 hours from Miami, and Bam, you gonna get this smoke whether you like it or not. So
I will dress as Asia.
I mean, the people see it. The people see
I
it.
love it.
Did you not see like her eyes batted when she said my name?
I will dress as Asia.
Like let's not.
No, guys, if you weren't here for the first reaction, he melted in that seat.
Big
Woo!
facts. Big facts. Now talk to.
Don't
I ain't gonna lie. I sent it to like 3 of my exes, but that's neither here nor there.
Wait, what?
I sent it to like 3 of my exes, bro.
You wildin', bro.
Wyland.
Let's get back to this cup, man. Talk about what we got. Obviously, you got like you were talking about. See, Indy and LA out.
Mm-hmm.
Wildress has so eloquently told us how much he don't like the play-in tournament, the NBA Cup, anything the NBA doing, trying to build up the viewership.
So in Group
I don't know
A,
what they
in the
do.
East, we have the Magic and the Knicks. Group B is the Bucks and the Pistons, and then
Yep.
Group C is the Hawks and the Celtics.
Yeah, you got what six
Who?
six
It's who in
undefeated
the
teams left.
The Hawks.
Hawks. The Hawks. I love it.
That's do you guys see why I say Atlanta instead of Hawks? Because that reason.
We love
Totally.
it, and the fans love it. What are we
And
talking
then
about?
Group A.
I just think
This is what
NBA
blows my
has to
mind.
happen.
Portland is still in contention.
It's okay. So here's the thing: it's early in the season, right? Teams start to hit their strides at certain points. Even the losing teams start to hit their strides at certain points. It just the NBA Cup right now. Can y'all all tell me what the purpose is really? Like you can tell me the purpose with the Commissioner's Cup because we know it's bragging rights, but you can't tell me the purpose for the NBA Cup.
But how can we say that after one season? How long the Commissioner's Cup been in?
This is the
4 years, 3 years?
3 or 4? Well, this is on
Yeah.
the 4th year, right?
Yeah.
That's a great question, Mom. We don't. He doing something. He doing something well. We know that.
I mean, if anything, I would like to see the Magic face off with somebody. I think that would be the most
I like that.
exciting game.
Orlando look real good right now. But this is the conversation. I think the same things that you don't like about it is what piques people's interest. Like Portland has a chance to win, and they're in. That who would expect it? This is the highlight of their season. Like they're doing nothing else.
I understand that.
Minnesota is 2-2. The Clippers are 1-2, and the Kings are 0-3. Like these are 3 teams where the Trailblazers shouldn't even be able to sniff this.
I understand that, but again, what's the purpose? What does this do for them?
It's just another.
I get it for the money purposes for the players, but the thing is the NBA has to come up with some kind of incentive that makes this worth it. What does this do for them?
For who? For the players or the NBA?
For the teams. Like there has to be some kind of incentive. There
Don't
should
they
be some
win?
kind of
Doesn't everybody get like $100,000 check or something like that?
yeah, but it has to be more than that. That's the same thing with the
But just look at the Rockets, how they're playing. And after the game, And after the game, they just beat OKC. He said that we got a chance to grow from last season because we were on the other end of always losing. And in the playoffs, it gives us a close game. So it's like for some teams who actually play defense, I feel like it's a way for your team to gel, grow, and build chemistry.
But they can gel throughout the 82 games. There should be some kind
The 82 games are boring, bro. We
should be some
about
kind of
this.
come on, bro. There should be some kind of incentive for them to be able to do. It should be some kind of wild card in the playoffs. It should be something. There's nothing there. They're just getting attacked.
I feel that. I mean, I like that part. Like, if you win the cup, you should have some type of incentive in the playoffs. Like you win the
NBA Cup, and then what? You get like a jar of pickle juice. Like, what's the point, bro?
Right. There should definitely be some. There should definitely be incentive in the postseason, especially say if some people get hurt in the second half of the season.
There has to be a reason.
You know, their record goes down, and now they're in the play-in tournament because whatever happens second half of the season, you may never know. But if they win the NBA Cup, you should be able to like, well, we won the cup. We're gonna use this to get ourselves in or something. It should have some type of incentive to it.
I don't disagree with that at all. I think that we're 1 year into it.
So now you don't disagree with what she said. I just said the same thing. You just
I don't disagree with. I said I don't disagree with any of that. That's for both of y'all
right now.
What I'm saying to you is, I don't disagree with that. You started off with I hate it. She's at least like I need incentive. The incentive is cool, right? It's 1 year in. If you want to figure it out, they're figuring it out now. So the gripes that we're having as NBA fans, we're talking about what they can grow into. Like when you're talking about the same thing you were talking about earlier about Portland. Portland doesn't have anything to play for this season.
But this is the NBA's problem. They just do stuff and it's not thought out.
They have the money to.
That don't do nothing for the fans. It don't do nothing for the growth of the game. You're just doing stuff just to be doing it. But then you're finding players for various things. You find reasons to do everything else, but you can't find reasons to come up with creative ways to do stuff. Why do you have a job? This is my thing. What bothers me, bro. It's not the fact we all love basketball. That's why we're here. But you mean to tell me in the first year that you came up with this, you couldn't come up with a better incentive outside of the fact that it was money? There should have been some kind of playoff implications. It should have been something wild.
Yeah, but in the first year, though, you want that?
Yes, in the first year. That's the whole joy of it.
That's too much, bro. In the first year, you get playoff contention. Like, that's a lot.
Bro, they threw the play-in tournament at us for playoff teams like it was nothing. Why can't you do the same thing for that?
I just think that's a lot to ask on the first year.
It's not a lot. This is a multi-billion-dollar company.
I've been listening.
But okay, so go ahead. I get what you're saying. It really doesn't do anything.
Company, it's the first year. That's not an excuse. There should have been a base idea that you can grow from. There was no base idea.
Is the tournament not a base you can grow from?
They created They created a tournament, and we talked about this when it launched. If you go back and look at the episode, we talked about the confusion when it launched. There was confusion when it launched. There's still no clarity for a lot of people. That's my thing. Like, I don't mind basketball, but make it mean something.
So what does it mean for the player that think about like let me say this real quick, I get to you, Jew. Like, think about the player, like we talked about this last year. I watched I forget it, but LeBron was talking about this when they won last year. But think about the last player on the bench for $100,000 check or however much it is. It's worth 25 games of their season to walk away with $100,000 check. That means something to them. So it starts out and then it gets to you get what I'm saying? Like we talk implications of it.
I said I understood that, but just like the All-Star game, eventually that loses is incentive.
I like the first year they did
that shouldn't have been the only thing, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, you come up with this, we know it's a money grab, we know it's something there, but it's the first season. You want people to get excited about it. There was too much confusion in the first season. For some people, it's still confusion. If you're being honest about it, why not just add that element of some incentive for the team winning instead of it just being like, oh, you get a cup to take home? Like, I don't think that's too much to ask for a multi-billion-dollar company to come up with a general idea that carries this thing through, that truly gives it meaning.
What you got, Drew?
I First of all, you said something a while ago. 82 games are not boring.
That's what I'm saying. To you, it's not. To the Julius that watches every single game.
That's the thing about the NBA. Stop trying to cater to people who are never going to watch NBA regular season. And
I don't argue with that.
And cater to the people who actually love the game. And that starts with how you referee in the game.
But if you cater to people who are purists, the four of us, let's take you for example. Like if I cater, there ain't too many Julius out there who's watching every single game of every night like you. So if I cater to only you, I'm losing half of the fans that watch this for entertainment.
Because the goal is to grow the game. That's the only. I'm not saying that like I don't love basketball because like we all know we talk about basketball 24/7, 365 in our group chat. I'm just saying if you're gonna grow the game, grow with purpose, bro. Because not only that. But now you're also making sure that these players have to play in these games, and you don't have a true meaning for it. Like if somebody's
every team, every league does a tournament at the beginning of their season.
But every league does a tournament. But can you tell me, in comparison to the Commissioner's Cup and the WNBA, which one feels more important? And the Commissioner's Cup only been around for 2 to 3 years. If you honestly look at the Commissioner's Cup, every time the teams play. You see how that plays out in the playoffs too.
What's the incentive though for WNBA? Isn't it I feel like they both equally important. I just think that the fans' discourse around the NBA and ring culture eliminate everything that anybody ever tries to do. That's the reason we see him talking about the All-Star game. That's the reason we see the All-Star game been the same for how many years, bro? They don't play no dang defense in the All-Star game for the greater part of 10, 15 years. So why are we so adamant about it now? It's because nothing matters to anybody other than who won. That's it. That's all people want to see. June, what happened?
But with the NBA All-Star game, if you think about it, when we came up and we watched it, we love the competition of it. We love the fact of everything that came with it, even with the contest that happened with it. We loved it. I don't understand how you have the NBA Cup the first year. It's a big deal. It's major sponsors, and you didn't have a general idea of how this can grow. It's just a cup. It's 82 games. They're basically playing 82 games. They get the cup, but you can't even tell me what the purpose of the cup is.
Bro, I think
it has no incentive. So we're talking about how great Portland is playing, right? Imagine this story. Portland is struggling. Portland is playing. They come out and they win the cup. They struggle the rest of the season, but because they won a cup, it gives them an incentive to be some type of wild card in the playoffs or in the play-in tournament. Why don't we have that idea done? And that has nothing, and I get what you're saying, Drew, but that has nothing to do with ring culture. That has something to do with growing the game and making the game more exciting, because the whole purpose that Adam Silver even said was to introduce more fans to the game.
I think you already got they got more people in seats in Vegas. I think the overall incentive is to bring people to Vegas to watch those games. It was packed out, bro. When the Lakers played the Pacers last year, that was a good game, and it was packed out.
So how long does that last? Because if we basing off that, then we gotta look at the All-Star game. The All-Star game is struggling. So how are we basing off that?
The All-Star game is not struggling, man.
The All-Star game is
that say something.
The All-Star game has been struggling for the past. We've talked about it on the show, bro. You said it yourself.
The All-Star game has always been the same All-Star game. You go there to see the stars. The majority of people that go there to meet the stars and go to the media day and see them and everything. They're not going to see a freaking NBA championship game.
The players have gotten to the point to where now they're even mentioning that they would rather have the time off than go to the All-Star game. It's not the same All-Star game, and it hasn't been the same All-Star game.
So what do you do for it? So the first year they did it, you go into the playing by quarters. Every quarter when you put to $100,000 of charity. Then you play for the last fourth quarter. You play to a set amount. Like what are you thinking? How do you get these players who are paid 30, 40, 50, $60 million a year to go out on a court and play hard defense in an All-Star game that could ruin the rest of the season? And I'm just pointing out what it could be. Tell me what you would do to get those type of play. And we're talking about, if we talk about the game from 70s, 80s, 90s, they look at 2000s after this like, okay, cool, well, they're gonna go out there and run. They got to protect their investment. Really, like I can guarantee you, owners are like, hey, AD, don't go out there playing hard, bro. We got to pay you $60 million this year.
Man, they're not playing. They're not playing hard either way, bro.
Honestly, that's what I'm saying. How do you change that?
There's a number of things you can do. If you're going to do this in-season tournament, you need to treat the in-season tournament as a block in the middle of the season for the players, and then put the All-Star game at the end. Why go through all that if you're going to do it? Let that be the break between the season and the playoffs.
So you want to
come up with incentives. If you think about it, man, the most exciting time in the All-Star game was when they was out there wearing their own jerseys and they was doing all kinds of various stuff and they was competing, and it was the same thing. But over time, they're constantly changing things, they're removing things. The referees are trash half the time. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to play in that.
So how do you get them to play when you talk about a 3-point specialist making $30 million a year? Like how do we get them? What's the idea there, the suggestion to come out and play hard and have real competition in All-Star?
The NFL saw you're seeing what's gonna happen. What happened with the NFL? They went from playing hard-nosed Pro Bowl football.
Appreciate it.
Now they're playing flag football, bro. And nobody says much about that. But God forbid an NBA player try to take care of their body and don't get hurt in an All-Star game.
Wait. Because I see where you're going with this. What is your argument here?
Happen. That's my argument. The NFL ain't playing a real.
Why are we talking about that? We're not talking about the NFL.
Well,
we're talking about the NBA. We're talking about the NBA where there's 82 games in the playoffs. How do we get to the NFL?
He's talking about the Pro Bowl.
He's talking about Pro Bowl and comparing.
When is the last time you've seen a Pro Bowl game that truly mattered that you were excited about?
Exactly. That's where it's going.
You've seen people care about the NBA All-Star game in the last 5 to 6 years, so you can't say that.
When? Which one in the last 5?
So we wasn't talking about how exciting that the Kobe game was. The first year of the Kobe game.
That was like what? Almost a decade ago.
A decade ago.
Kobe
didn't die no decade ago.
Bro, I'm not talking about his. I'm talking about when he last played.
Make sure look.
That ain't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the actual Kobe game where they went to 24-8. That's what I'm talking about. That's the last exciting game they had.
I didn't care for that either.
Oh, so because you didn't. Okay.
Nobody cares about that. Nobody's talking about that.
Let's get to these ladies, man. I want to talk about this. See, lead us up, man. We got the expansion draft happening this Friday. Tell me what are we most excited about? I got some of the rules here. Obviously, the Golden State Valkyrie. You see the sign there. I think it's pretty dope. You talking about the expansion draft and what players are protected. What this draft is really going to look like. This is going to be exciting this Friday. Tell me what you're most excited about for this expansion draft to happen for Golden State.
We get to know who's not picked and safe. So but my thing is like, if you're going to leak any drama, leak the six.
I saw a story.
Six players that the teams, chose to keep. I want to know that because then I'd be like, oh, the Valkyries should choose this.
But don't you just assume that they're going to keep their starting 5 and their best bench player? Like their 6-man?
No, I don't. No. Because you have to, all right, so let's go with the aces since you like the aces. Who do you think they're keeping?
I think they're keeping the starting 5 and...
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay, so Asia stays.
They might not keep Kelsey Plum.
Asia.
Nah, they keeping Kelsey. They're not keeping Kaya.
Was Kaya the first off the bench?
No, that would be Tip.
They definitely keeping Tip.
I mean, she's a personality, bro.
But then you got to figure out you keeping Kate or you keeping Sydney.
It's a lot.
That's what I'm saying. So you can't just say we can't even assume, and then it's like I feel like this is the most exciting part for me is knowing who they're gonna pick. They get to pick one player from each team, so it's like, all right.
It's 7 through 12.
One player from each team is not safe.
Say it again.
You said they get to pick one player.
Yeah. So you
from
get
each team.
You get to save
besides the players that they poured. I kept safe or however they want to put the words in. Yeah. But yes, they can't choose from them, and those would be each player rates to cover in, suspended, draft list, reverse court, or retired. Anything and anybody outside that list is free game.
If we're looking at the aces, then you're looking at Asia, Kelsey, Chelsea, Jackie, and then 5 and 6 is probably the ones I'm like, okay.
But you also got to consider the fact there's going to be a new GM.
Truth. Sid stays. She has to stay.
You don't know if Sid stays.
The face of the league.
But this is the thing too. I really wish it was like 4 instead of 6. I think the Golden State would have a better chance.
That's what makes it.
It would.
That's what makes it so like.
Because 6 to me is like I can save 6 players, so you get to choose from my 7 through 12, which is like who's really. I mean, who's nice like that 7 through 12.
But then you also got to think about players who are not in the league right now, like
I'll give you that.
Like
That's a great point.
Or Daisha Fair. So there's a lot of players that are not in the league that should be in the league who just didn't make it because of circumstances.
Is T. Coop gonna come in and be like, let me give you 15, 16 a game?
I just think it has to be around who her teammates are, who her coaching staff is, and I just think she wants to play basketball again. Like generally wants to play basketball.
But we were all shocked when she was let go because she was hooping for the Sparks. So she wasn't just like coming off the bench and giving you like 2 points. She was a spark plug off the bench.
Yeah. So I should have did this. I should have sent you a question earlier so you guys could think about this. I think you have probably the most knowledge. Or the WBAC will very close second. Tell me, like, who is the game changer that the Golden State's going to pick up that's not protected in that 7 through 12? Is there a person that comes to mind that's like, oh, you're not going to protect this person? She's going to be a baller.
Honestly, I have a feeling that.
Hey, remember they be watching us, see, so don't get nobody no suggestions.
I know, because tomorrow they're going to be talking about it.
You see what I mean? It's hard.
I don't think it's gonna be anybody. I think
like a game changer. You're gonna pick somebody up in the draft.
Kennedy.
Where does Golden State in the draft?
Kennedy, I would say that.
You think they're gonna let her go?
I don't think Kennedy going anywhere. I don't think Kennedy going anywhere. With T. Marsh there, I don't think Kennedy going anywhere. I think you have to look at teams that are deep, like a Connecticut. You have to look at a New York. You honestly really have to look at Seattle with everything Seattle has going on because they're going to want to clean house in certain aspects. So I can see the Valkyrie getting 1 or 2 stars on there and then picking up. I mean,
and then they have the 5th pick in the draft.
They got the 5th, yeah.
You still got your girl out there, Miles Liz, who ain't played.
She out there modeling feet, bro. Calm down. Big old feet making money out here.
It's an option.
Hey, didn't you just talk about incentive? She ain't got no incentive to be a WNBA. She making millions off of feet picks, brother. She good.
How do you know this?
I don't, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. I hate feet. So don't even come over here.
So I'm the only person who was wondering that question.
Feet too big, bro. I ain't doing that.
I'm the only person who was wondering.
Hey, Dana, come tell these folks I hate feet. They're doing too much. It is that's what she said she was doing. That's what I'm doing out here on the internet, and she making money. So
you looking at
who? I know squad. I see. This is the thing for me because it's like, do they keep AT and DB? I know they're not. And then it's like I've seen a lot about Bree Jones. Them not like. Oh God.
Next up, they have 2 picks.
What happens with Dejanay?
Oh, they ain't getting rid of that.
They'd be crazy.
You sure? Because I've seen some rumblings that Dejanay might be leaving.
But she could be one of the 6 players they protect. This is what I'm saying. I need to see that list.
Don't post that, bro.
Who the 6th player?
Don't you
Where?
In Connecticut.
Don't post.
Ty? Oh, the 6th player off the bench is Marina.
They
brought in Marina.
Hey, Brandy trying to.
I would say you keep AT, you keep Dejanay, you definitely keep Ty, you definitely keep Marina.
These are the questions we gotta ask, right? Like
Bree Jones. I love you, Bree, but I don't know.
It's a lot. So let's tell me more. What's the most thing you're most excited about the expansion draft? Figuring out who's protected.
Just seeing how the team is built. Seeing just
I
seeing
wanna-
how that team
that's
is
what-
built.
That's what I want to figure out. With the 5th pick in the draft, you got some
Yeah.
people you can build. But the question to me is now, as a GM, you and your GM hat and Drew, I'm gonna come to you as well. When we're looking at this from the totality of it, right? You gotta draft in the expansion draft like you're going to pick your next star player, right? Like maybe the 5th pick in the draft is going to be your building block. So now you're going to have to draft according to that person's game, and having the 5th pick in the draft don't guarantee nothing.
Just let the Valkyrie be bad until Juju get in the league.
I thought
Let
they
Juju stay home.
I
they
would love
look
that.
at one
She's a
pick?
sophomore. She got one more year,
2 more.
2 more. Drew, what
Why-
you think, bro?
They should have got the first pick. That's what I thought. But
I think they definitely should have got the first.
they should have got the first pick, man. But I'm excited to see what happens when the juggling starts with actual free agency, because the people who are not protected and don't get picked up by the Valkyrie, they're just free agent, right?
Yep. It's crazy. Crazy, man.
Who are those people gonna go to? Are they gonna go stack somebody else's bench?
I mean, the schedule came out today too.
Yeah. What are we looking at here, man? I don't know. Do they want to
You see
start?
who you see who Chicago's playing? They open.
Indiana, open up with it. Open up with it.
You see what the WNBA did with that,
Hey,
right?
no.
Crazy.
It was smart. I can't say it was smart. It was
Oh,
smart.
yeah, for sure.
They milking that joint, boy.
You got to. You have to at this point
I
until it
think
don't
like
work
the first
no more.
3 games are like crazy like that. Don't the Aces play the Liberty?
Aces play the Liberty, Indiana
And-
versus Chicago,
And the Valkyries play Dallas.
and play Dallas number 1. Yep, number 1 pick. Yeah, I'm excited. I want all the smoke.
Okay,
Talk to
but
me.
I might come to you guys
Yeah.
since if you're the coach of the coach and the GM for the Valkyries, where do you start? What position would you start with?
Ooh, that's great.
Personally,
That's the
point guard.
Say it again.
Point guard.
You start with your point.
We saw in the playoffs, when we saw in the finals, how important it is to have a game-changing point guard.
For sure.
I think you start with your point guard.
I would say if we're not gonna to save not giving the same answer, I would just say get a stretch 4 or stretch 5. We talking about
Okay.
Asia, talking about JJ, talking about Brianna, those type of players where you're looking at you're a 3-level scorer and you're over 6 feet.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Look for somebody with a Bree Stewart type build. Somebody that can get a bucket, somebody that can rebound, somebody that can pass too.
Because you can create off of that. You build off of that, put some shooters around her. But I mean, point guard is obviously the first one you want to go because that's gonna be the coach on the court. But if you can't get that star-studded point guard or the heavily favored point guard, I go.
But do you start with a vet point guard, or because this is a new team, so you have leadership?
Yeah, you got to start with. I think you got to start with some type of tenure, because you just don't want to get all these first and second year players, and then all of a sudden you're trying to figure out your identity. They don't know how to operate in WNBA. They don't know how it works. You got to get somebody in there. I mean, it even got to be like somebody who's going to be playing 24/7, right? It could be like a Rajon Rondo in kind of into his career. Like, I think that's you come in, you give valuable minutes, you give valuable input to what the NBA is like preparing those first, second, third year players.
I got a prediction that the star is going to come from the dream.
If they don't, Haley's going to be a steal.
If you look at how deep the dream are and the fact that it hasn't really worked how they wanted it to work, I can see it being a dream.
They have so many because who do you the 6 players, they have what, 8 that you can say is like bet.
Yep.
Right. Let's keep talking about
it just depends on who you think it would be.
They're gonna keep Tina, they're gonna keep Ryan, they keep Jordan.
We're leaning toward Alicia?
Oh crap. Gray's there. Oh,
a lot out here, bro.
Ooh.
a lot out here, man.
Cheyenne Parker Tice is there. It's like, who are they gonna keep?
Yeah, that's great questions. Talk to me. Talk
Haley
to me
Jones
about
is there.
we're talking about this, like as we're adding players and looking at the next couple of players will be coming into the draft in the next couple of years. Talking about this other graphic we got. We got Hannah up here grabbing that headband with these.
She should
back-to-back losses.
She should
for Notre Dame. Like, what are we?
They had all the smoke for USC.
Yeah, what's the? I wouldn't say the implications, but I'm talking about back-to-back losses. Does this change the psyche? Does it change Hannah's approach? Does it change the culture of the team and what they're looking for? Or is it one of those things like you just go out there and keep doing it? We know it's going to work. We just ain't won these last games.
Team just kind of got exposed for having no bench.
Yep, that's what it was because they had 5 bench points against Utah.
The guards against Utah's guards combined for 45 points.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And this is the starting guards and the guards on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
They went on 3.
Unranked. Are they unranked?
Huh?
Are they unranked?
Oh,
Utah.
Think so.
Utah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
TCU was
the thing
unranked.
about that win was, if you look at it, Notre Dame had the game. Utah went on 3 different runs.
Yeah.
They were winded. Notre Dame needs play after that USC game. I noticed they're playing 7-person rotations, and that's not going to get it in college basketball because you're burning your players out. And when you're playing a 7-person rotation and your bench is only giving you 5 total points, you're not going to win.
19. They had 19 turnovers in the game against Utah, and Utah scored 25 points off of them.
And they also got a person in the middle problem because Sedona gave him 20 and 20.
20. Woo,
and then
from TCU. Haley gave him 27 and 7. And in that game, they only scored 12 points in the fourth quarter.
On her third
Utah, was it Jenna Johnson? She
Jenna
gave
Johnson.
Him like a 14 and 8. So
14 and 8.
Not only do you don't have a bench,
they getting cooked,
but your person in the middle is not who it needs to be.
Getting cooked, bro.
They'll bounce back Thursday night, man.
Who they got Thursday night?
Texas.
Texas.
I don't know. Booker be hooping. My girl Rory's back. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. God got that in the cards for them.
I'm gonna tune in. It's some good games that night, bro. Then they followed by Duke and South Carolina.
That's gonna be a good one. Cause homegirl, was it Johnson? Where she got 35 points in OT, got the MVP. Oh, she was hooping. She said it before. I'm gonna score 30 today. Scored 35.
Yeah, they can't do that. And then when you got your top 3 players outside of Olivia, I think they had like 54 points combined, and nobody else did anything.
Olivia had 16 against TCU, and she had 8 against Utah.
Yeah, so like in Utah, they lost the game 78-67, and 3 of your players had 54 points.
That don't make no sense, bro. So what you think? You really believe that, Drew? They bounce back on Thursday?
I think they're gonna bounce back Thursday night, man, versus Texas.
Different out here in these streets. All right, cool. Look, Drew said first. They bounce back. Hey, Will, they bounce back on Thursday?
They
undefeated too.
Don't bet your parlay on that.
Do not bet. Do not.
I
don't know, but Haley Van Liff, I see you. Everybody sees you because she's hooping.
Paige gonna be number 1 this year, though.
I don't know.
Yeah, she's hooping.
I'm gonna keep asking that because I asked that the first
Paige is hooping.
I'm gonna keep asking that, man.
Paige is hooping. The only thing change is if she gets injured.
I can't say Universal Paige doesn't go number 1 in Dallas.
She's going number 1. She's her efficiency right now. Her efficiency right now is. I'll make sure to send you videos on the 21st.
She a dog though. I get it. I love it.
Ooh, she goes.
We go get to this last segment right after this commercial break. Make sure y'all keep tuning in. Talk. The Cavs are 18-3 now. The Rockets are what? 16-5, 15-6.
Wait, the South Carolina game.
The Rockets out here doing work.
I agree. And it's different. But we're going to talk about this commercial break, man, right here. 494 here on MTMV Sports, man. Y'all keep tuning in with us.
It's not just about the love of the game. It's about dedication and commitment through the process and the patience to endure. There's joy in reaching your goals and peace in knowing you've done all you're supposed to do. Ozell brand. It's not just a brand. It's a lifestyle.
Hey, I just want
Shout
to
out to the team.
Whoever trolling in the comments, I'm getting messages that folks looking for y'all. So
Who trolling? What was saying?
shout out to y'all. I don't know.
Nobody.
I haven't seen it.
No,
but
don't even get Juice started.
Who's trolling? Who's
I
trolling?
would
Because you
I
know
would love
I'm
for y'all to
on
pick that up.
I'm going.
Who they were talking about?
Me
I'm
and
going on
Juice
YouTube.
just want to talk to him.
We'll see you after the show, brother.
I'm going on you. I'll
I'm
go
not
look
even doing
myself.
We'll
Hey,
check you
look,
out.
make sure y'all check out Ozell.
I'll go
brand,
look
man.
myself.
Shout out to Big Bro, all the support he's doing, and all the other sponsors, which are none. I'm talking about nobody. You need to become a sponsor. Stop playing. All right, you understand? Support us, man. 494 and MTMV Sports. Let's get to these Cavs and Rockets, man. The Cavs knocked off the Celtics, man. Did you expect that? Are we truly?
Yes.
We've talked about this all season, and I went to go look back at their first 21 games, right? And I want to say half the schedule is teams they should have beat, right? We're not saying like they're like I looked at
That's
like
why I said like we have to wait for
60%
after
of the
All
schedule
Star
is like,
for the
y'all
Cavs.
supposed to. So are we looking? What do we take from them knocking off and being like, okay, we here?
I mean, but they always beat the Celtics. I was shocked that the Celtics beat them in the first game last week.
Yeah, I get that.
Donovan Mitchell got beef with the Celtics for some reason.
Oh, for
Because
sure.
for some reason, when he plays, them parlays be hitting 30
think
points in
he's
the second half. Like you really got a problem with this team. But I think the one thing that we're not going to talk about that I feel like we need to mention, Darius Garland played Jason Tatum head up.
Yeah.
Made that man
His
go
defense got so much better.
2 for 7 in the fourth.
Just active.
Out here
bro.
looking like Drew Holiday.
Active. Man, this is active.
How you feeling about it, Jude?
One game. One game.
One game.
That night.
One game.
All right, man. The Celtics probably, to be honest with you, bro, the Celtics probably ain't taking that joint for the series like they did last year. I think Jaylen Brown posted something after.
But who's the biggest threat to them this year? Wouldn't it be a Cleveland? Wouldn't it be a New York? Wouldn't you know what I mean? Like
Cleveland. Don't
Cleveland, not New York.
Don't say that. Oh, man.
I think they can get it together, man. They got potential.
No.
Say that, Drew. One game. the resident Boston
Boogie man out in Milwaukee is coming.
That's facts.
You gotta look. Yeah, he's
That's
he's
fact.
averaging what 32 right now. 32,
Yeah.
12, and
Then
6.
he just had a triple double.
My
He
MVP.
giving you 33, 11, and 5 outside of Doc Rivers.
That's impressive. It's impressive, bro.
I think I'm more impressed with the Rockets though than I am with the Cavs
15 and
because
6 is crazy.
we're used to seeing the Cavs do this the first half of the season and they just don't come the second half of the season and do it. But I just think that with the Rockets is more impressive to me, especially the past few games, how they played and the defense is what closed out the game.
The only thing about the Rockets is they're winning in scary ways that I don't think can be consistent. Like you're only shooting, I think like 4 or 5 of their wins, they're like 41% from the field. That you can't maintain that throughout the season and beat really good teams. That's the only thing that I don't like. I do love the fact that the entire starting lineup is scoring in double figures. I do like the fact that Dylan Brooks like stepped up and did his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did his thing against the Thunder, but they
That
got to
was a
be able to
game.
shoot better. If they don't shoot better, the Rockets are going to end up in the same place that they were last year.
How important is Jalen Green to the mix and to what they have going on in Houston? Dang, Drew said no. I'm straight.
I mean, he's
And make sure before we keep going, I want to make sure we shout out to all the viewers. I'm seeing over 500 right now, so I wanted to shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all for tuning in to the 494. Keep
Thank
rocking with us.
you.
And what are we
Keep
talking
rocking
about?
with
How
us.
important is Jalen to this mix, man?
You know what, man? I think he important. I just think it's this tug of war going on right now where they don't know who the main person is. Is it Van Fleet? Is it Green? What are they going to do? Going to in crunch time situations? Is it Şengün? Are they ever going to let him off the leash to eat like he should be?
It gotta be.
I know he definitely should be eating though.
I think you got to bring her. I think you got to build around Fred and Sam and allow Jalen to just kind of come up under, because Jalen's gonna be their future, right? Like you continue to be there. He's there for the long haul.
Şengün is the future.
They tired of
Şengün's
seeing
the future. I'm saying I don't think you make a future without Jalen being a part of that mix, right?
Well, the only thing about it is that the team has shown that they're willing to trade Jalen for the right ticket. So I don't really know how much he's going to be. Now he's a star. Let's not
he is.
take away from it. He's still young, but he's a star. But like you said, Şengün and Van Vliet are going to be your leaders. The oldest in their starting rotation, the oldest player is Van Vliet, and he's 30. He's got a championship pedigree. He a dog. And he can shoot. That's what you need. That's essentially Chauncey Billups.
Thank you, Fred, for calling out the refs too. I appreciate you.
Şengün is literally on his way to having the same game.
He's solid, bro.
Joker.
Mm-hmm.
They're building that team in that
solid
same manner. Then you got you got Dylan Brooks playing defense. They are building that team in the same way that the Celtics were built, if you honestly look at it. Yeah. But the thing about it is you have to figure out, is Jalen staying or is he going, or is he a chip to get somebody bigger? Because they keep talking about Kevin Durant, which I get it, but I don't, because Kevin is at the tail end of his career and you're building a young team. Like, you can be patient. Yeah. You're out here competing with the Oklahoma City Thunder, who are literally
and held Shea to 2 points in the fourth quarter. Like, that was crazy.
You don't have to go out there and try nothing. And it's something me and you talked about before. You don't have to go out there and try to get a home run player. Build around the team you build. Your top 6 players are all scoring in double figures.
Yeah, that's solid. Team is definitely on the rise.
One thing we did mention is the Rockets got a bench, bro. I like Tari Eason, bro. I like Tari Eason. I feel like they got 2 Dylan Brooks on their bench. That's Tari and Thompson. They both. Which is why they need to make a move, bro. They got to trade somebody, yo.
You still got Cam Whitmore. You probably I can see them packaging Jalen, Cam, and one or two that you just mentioned into like a what they feel like is a star player.
I see Brooks.
But if you do that, you need to make it somebody who's young enough that can grow with that core. It don't need to be somebody who's extra old and then their money come off the books. It needs to be somebody who's going to grow and come off the same way that the Cavs did with Donovan Mitchell. That's why the Cavs look the way they do. So it's got to be something like that. But the Rockets are nice, man. Like, I still don't trust Ime for
trust them
fumbling Nia, but
I knew he was waiting for that.
Hey, at the end of the day,
how you fooling me alone, dog?
There's plenty of people that fumble people
this weekend.
You said what?
I saw.
You got 2 minutes. What you got? Give me your final thought. NBA, WNBA, college basketball. Let's leave them all with a final thought. Drew, I'm gonna come to you. Let's see what's up.
The Sun are playing the Fever and TD, so this is about to be crazy. I can't wait for that, guys. But that's what I have to say about that.
All right, bet.
I'm real sick of you dudes, man. I'm sick of y'all dudes acting like you fake care about stuff that you know you don't care about, okay? The South Bay Lakers was playing last night.
Yeah.
Why didn't none of y'all post about them, man? Why didn't y'all jump on social media and talk about the South Bay Lakers and the opportunities that y'all are so infuriated about,
bro?
When you see,
hey, producer, he need a single screen, man.
It's ridiculous, man. Stop talking about stuff that you don't care about.
Dude, what's the problem, bro?
I told you we need to name you.
Give me shenanigans, bro. What are we talking about? Go ahead, Drew. Drop breakers.
What are we talking about? Oh, anything I want to talk about?
Anything. You got 30 seconds.
Oh, I'm gonna keep going, man. We learned a new word this year, and that was nepotism. Something that you dudes, for the lack of a better word, never said in your whole 30-year however many years you've been watching basketball. Now you this expert on nepotism. Now you're an expert on the G League. Now you're an expert on what a man who's a billionaire should be doing with his son. Shut up. Focus on your kids. Focus on getting your kids in practice where they need to go to, and leave that man alone.
Hey, you bring us back, producer. I think this is, to me, we're gonna name this Jew Shenanigans. We gotta make this going for. It might take the place of
that was on the fly.
I like it, bro.
I
think
told
if we
you.
replace Open Run with Juice, and this can happen. This can happen. Tell them how they can get in touch with you, Jew.
Man, holla at me, man, on Jew_Chaser Dreams, man. That's Dreams with 2 E's. And then, man, just come talk to me on Facebook, man. Anytime. Typically, early in the mornings, man. I'm up for the beef. I'm up for the smoke. Before y'all go to work, I want to get you nice and boiling hot before you go in there and deal with your customers, man.
Man, it had to be like 8 o'clock in the morning. He was going off.
See how they get in touch with you.
You already know Sports Talk with C on all platforms. Make sure you guys tune in every Saturday. Every Sunday at 1 for the latest episodes. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you can find your podcast. But I also, guys, so if you're listening and you're a fan and you love the WNBA, thank you to my bros for letting me know why they love the WNBA. So if you could let me know, hit me up on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, even on here. I would love to see why you love the WNBA.
For sure. Will, you got a time limit. You know how you be.
I just want to say to the aunties,
you picked the whole mic.
Listen, we do this for y'all, but y'all see this face and this baby sauce in. Don't let the trolls come in and do y'all, because I'll do the trolls. Like I'm really about that action. You know what I'm saying? But I smell good. My credit score is knocking right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here. I'm writing these articles. Make sure y'all catch the articles. I'm hosting the main card with my partner. Asia out here shouting me out. Y'all want a good man that other women want. You know what I'm saying? You see what Asia out here is saying? You see how I got her blushing?
I will dress as Asia.
Oh my God.
Absolutely love it, man. Hey, you already know what it is, man. 494 podcast here on MTMV Sports. Make sure y'all keep checking us out Mondays, 8:30 p.m. You want to talk basketball? This is where basketball lives. Come holla at us. You heard Jew, you heard Will, you heard C. They want to smoke early in the morning, anytime, midday, evening.
No, we didn't say that. Jew said that. Leave me alone.
Everybody get the smoke, man.
Y'all
make sure.
I'm with you, Jew. We want
follow
all
us
the
on
smoke.
everything. Full 94 podcast. You want to support the movement? Put a cash sign where that @ symbol is and hit us on Cash App. Full 94 podcast. Y'all send it to us. Shout us out, man. Much love to y'all. Keep tuning in. 494 podcast here on MTMV Sports. Be easy.
What's good, everybody? It's your man, the myth, the legend, the voice. Thanks so much for tuning into this show on MTMV Sports Network. For more exciting content just like this, subscribe, like, and share.
Gotta love it.